Hey y'all, Adam here from sapphiregladecomics. Hope you all are doing well. I am back again with some new comic book day comic book reviews. I know I said that I wouldn't do any more of these, but I decided, you know what, my channel is comic book focused with light novels sprinkled in there. So why not just do the comic reviews, regardless if they do well or not? Because I want to share what I read. So we're going to start off with the single image comic that I read this week, and that is going to be Radiant Pink, which is part of the Supermassive universe, which is kind of like Image's big superhero universe that is headed up by Kyle Higgins and a few other former Mighty Morphin Power Ranger writers. So Radiant Pink is the next entry in the short stories for this universe. And basically what Radiant Pink is she is a Twitch streamer, social media influencer, that type of stuff. This is actually a very good book, and it kind of shows the struggles of what happens when you really don't have a balance between your entertainment life, which is streaming for her, and your superhero life, which is her being Radiant Pink. Basically, this story just reintroduces us to Radiant Pink and her friend, and other cohorts are telling her, it's like, well, why don't you take a break from being a superhero all the time and think about what you're missing, think about the love that you're missing. Very, very touching story, and there's a couple things that go wrong. There's like these two people that are kind of watching her. I guess they want Scylla Radiant to charge this particle thing. So the story of that continues, and it's a pretty good story. She goes to a hospital and stuff happens there, and that's all I'm going to say, so I don't completely spoil it. All right, that's Radiant Pink. All right. Next up is Next up are Marvels comics that I read this week. First up is going to be Tiger Division number 2, and this is we get introduced to the past life of Ty's previous life, and they also were battling some robots in the beginning. Pretty good little superhero story. Tiger Division includes a couple of the agents of Atlas. Luna Snow is one of them. White Fox is another one of them. I kind of enjoyed it. It was a pretty good read. We had a nice look into our team leader's past as a child, where he was a little thief, stealing things just to make his way in the world. But like all things, he had to make a choice. And we read about that choice, and then we find out that his past quickly caught up to him. So, pretty good book. This was written by Kim with artwork by Lee and lettering done by Nitro. And Radiant Pink was written by Camarina Flores Gilbert. This Radiant Pink is an all women's creator team. They did a really good job. Right. Next up, we have Dan Slott's Spider-Man number 3 and the Spider-Verse Part 3. Sathra's unleashed her hordes of wasp, and they're attacking. They found out about this dimension called Earth 616 Beta, which because Miles Morales was stung by a bee, and what's unique about Miles Morales in this story is he's part of two universes. And he goes to protect his team. He goes to share his to go try to end it, and then the Spider team kind of splits up. Madam Web and her assistant are just shaking their heads because the Spider team isn't going by the plan. Moreland is going after Spider-Man Noir for the dagger that undid Jessica in issue number 1. And that dagger plays a big role in near the end of this issue. So mainly they're just going to figure out how to stop Zathra, and it's just a crazy story. I don't want to spoil too much of it, but Dan Slott knows how to write Spider-Man. Oh, and the artwork is by Bagley. And then we got 2 other creators here, Del and Delgado. Right. Next up from Marvel is their big Dark Web issue number 1, Dusk, I believe this is called. And this pretty much kicks off the Dark Web event in the Spider-Man universe. And this is a very, very good book. We kick off with Ben Reilly having a nightmare. We go down into Limbo to see what Madam Web and Chasm have been up to. And then Madeline Pryor, the clone of Jean Grey, goes into conducting a dark sympathy that affects the world above. And we got the X-Men in there. We got some of the Spider-Man characters in there. We got Venom. Oh, it's a crazy story, let me tell you. If you are interested in what could potentially be the biggest Marvel event in years, basically, or in recent memory, definitely check out Dark Web. I think there's a couple of prequel books. I think Venom has one and Amazing Spider-Man has one. It's just awesome. And this was written by Zeb Wells, Adam Kubert with the artwork. Adam Kubert did the cover art. And I think Frank Martin did the lettering. And I think Kubert also did the interior pages as well. Fantastic book. Really good. Almost made pick of the week. Or Sapphire of the week. All right. I only got one DC book this week, surprisingly enough. And that is going to be Batman 130, written by Chip Zdarsky, artwork by Jorge Jimenez, and letters done by Mori. Basically, this is the conclusion to the Failsafe saga, and the Zoo and R saga as well, which was a nice little side story at the end of each issue. So basically, we kick off where we left off in 129 with Batman falling from the space station after Failsafe blew the thing up. And Batman does some calculations, and, well, to sum it up, Batman does Batman stuff. He gets back to Earth, somewhat unscathed. I don't know how. Superman wakes up from his injuries, and then Batman and Failsafe have their final showdown, and then it ends. It's a very interesting ending, and I'm curious to see how that's going to impact Batman going forward. So we will see. Great book, great action, and really awesome artwork. All right, and for my Sapphire of the week, I'll call it. My Sapphire of the week, which is also my pick of the week, is going to go to Noctera Val Special One Shot. So this book pretty much picks up where we left off with Noctera issue 12, after Val pretty much sacrificed herself and basically became is a shade now. And this is a story of how she became a ferryman, or ferrywoman in this case. And it's a very touching story. We learn about the original ferryman, how Vel got her truck, the first outpost that she went to, how the flash pops were developed. And it was just a really good book, very touching, very family oriented. And even though that she's a shade, she still has her humanity intact, and it rescues one of the people that got caught up in the blast. And that person offers to sacrifice himself, but Vel's like, nope, I'll save you because you're going to help me get to Eos. So I'm really curious to see where Noctera is going to go. Noctera has been an awesome series. I have all 12 issues, and yeah, it's just one of the best books that I read this week. So it was very touching to the soul, and that is why it is um, my pick of the week, or Sapphire of the week. Anyways, guys, that is all the comics that I read this week. Short week. Next week's going to be a little bit bigger. And if you like this content, be sure to subscribe to me for more content. I got more reviews on the way. Give the video a like, helps with the algorithm. Comment down below, what did you read this week and what are you going to read next week? And if you want to be first to my videos, you can always hit that notification bell in the upper right hand corner of your screen. And with that, I also have a Whatnot channel as well. I do sell comics on Whatnot a couple times a week, so be sure to go over there and follow me at whatnot.com/sapphiregladecomics. I am selling off some of my collection because I have to move in about a month. So I'm trying to pull together some money and move to a new place. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and you all have a fantastic day.